Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, and we are here with 10 reasons why Sons of Anarchy is overrated. And I'll be honest, folks, this video breaks my heart, but we did it on The Sopranos, we did it on Breaking Bad. Sons is my favourite show of all time. You know what? Sometimes you've got to bash the things you love, but honestly, I've genuinely had to force myself to come up with 10 reasons here. I don't have many reasons for Sons of Anarchy being overrated or sucking or whatever term you want to call it as, but anyway, here we go. 10 reasons why Sons of Anarchy is overrated or sucks, whatever you want to call it, my friends. Alright, so here we go. Reason numero uno. Too many chase scenes. And what I mean by this is, you know, the cartoony chase scenes that you would get in Sons, whether or not it's the big man Jax on his bike, you know, I can't help falling in love with you. You know that even the finale you got one, but that was kind of like yeah, nostalgia. That's what we always did. And you know what? Sometimes they were goofy, and you know what? Though it's a TV show. Is you gotta remember that, man. You know what I mean? Like, it is real. Like, they're trying to portray it's real, but there's nothing wrong with having a bit of banter about it. You know what I mean? And I liked it. I like the chase scenes, but I can understand why someone could be put off by them, so that's why I put them here. Reason number two, the Irish accents. Right. Now, you've actually got some actors in it that have got a good one, because A, they're actually Irish, and B, there's some people that I think did a good job at masking it. But Jesus, oh, Liam O'Neill here, son of an orangeman. Your boys were watching. You know, not very good. And obviously, right, if you're in the States and you're watching this show, you might think, here, those accents are great. There's nothing wrong with them. But see, actually being here in the UK, and as someone, right, that lives in Belfast, the accents were off big time. Now here, just not everyone has to be from Belfast. They don't have to have a Belfast accent, right? But at the same time, there is ways of fixing this, and not everyone. It wasn't just to do with the location. It was a problem with the actual. You know, you're getting American actors to do it, and here, this is a age-old problem. You know, Braveheart, Mel Gibson, right? Mel Gibson is obviously not Scottish. He's Australian. No, he's not Australian. But you know what I mean. He's is he? Where's Mel Gibson Australian? He's no Australian American. I think he's Australian. My mind just went completely blank there, but you know, it's like you've got someone like Tommy Flanagan on the cast, right? Who's Scottish. You know, he's doing my gimmick. His whole character is he's Scottish, but you know, he's lived in Belfast. That's what I'm doing, big man. That's what I'm doing. But you'd think he'd maybe would have heard the accents and went, you know, that ain't really for me. That doesn't really work. People are going to see right through that. But like I say, if you live in the UK, you can see right through it. They do sound like really bad. But if you're American or you live like in Russia, for example, or fucking Johannesburg or Melbourne, you might not notice it. But obviously, if you live in the UK, you're going to notice it. Reason number three, the pastor's family arc. We've made quite a few videos. Hell, check any of our season 7 reviews where we've sat and bashed this arc. This family sucked, man. There is no two ways about it. They weren't good, right? I don't want to go just repeat what we repeated, but for me, probably the only arc in the show where the ball was dropped. It's not completely dropped because, you know, I did think Bobby's death was good. You know, Jack's killing Marks as a result of this arc, but the episodes where, you know, this family's up at the cabin and Jax is talking to them, I just don't care. Two very boring actors, man. Didn't really bring a lot to the table. Reason number four, took too long to kill main characters. Right. Now I was just thinking. I was clutching here. I mean, obviously Halfsack dies right at the end of season 2. Donna dies at the end of season 1. But in terms of like a fully patched Sam Crow member that dies, the first one is Miles and Kozik and Piney, you know, around that season 4 time. But Piney's like the true first main character. But in terms of, people would argue that the first true main character to bite the bullet in Sons of Anarchy would probably be Opie. But again, Stall, I think she's a main character. It's just how you portray it. I mean, but I think Sons did a great job considering how many seasons you get in without many people dying. It still feels fresh. I think sometimes TV shows actually rely on killing off characters. Reason number 5, Not enough other Sons of Anarchy charters. You know, you get Tacoma down here. Indian Hills were in it. You know, the Arizona charter were in it. And all that stuff. But you know, you look at the Mayans. They brought. I mean, we've seen a lot of San Bernardino. The Mayans also brought a lot of their own charters in that show. I think Sons of Anarchy didn't do enough. I mean, obviously, yeah, you've seen a lot of Sam Bell, but I think they dropped the ball. And even the Dunglow charter, you've seen a lot of them. But I think we could have seen more SOA charters. Reason number 6, not enough development for certain Sam Crow members. Now, here, see every Sam Crow member that's in season 1, they're all great. I'm not even going to sit here and argue that. Into season 2, into season 3. Even, you know, Phelan was a jobber, first introduced at the back end of season 3, wasn't he? Filthy Phil can kind of suffer from no development. But I think the first couple of people that can really suffer is like Greg the Peg and Gogo. No, I actually like Frankie Diamond, so I've no beef with him, but those two aren't that good. But like Quinn, West, Montez. Now, Montez did get a lot more development in the mines, but we're not on about the mines, we're on about Suns here. So yeah, I think in the later seasons, they kind of just maybe not forgot, I just don't think they thought, you know, developing these guys ain't that important. They're just there, they're just bodies, sort of thing. Reason number 7, there's no definitive truth about John Teller. Right, I actually don't mind the fact it's up in the air. It's the same like problem with The Sopranos ending. It's like some people hate the fact you don't know what happened to him, some people love it. And loads of TV shows end on cliffhangers like that. And I guess the JT death, I mean, it's kind of hinted at that, oh, it's Gemma and Clay that killed him, but here, John was alright with it because he wanted to die anyway. So, here. Maybe that is the truth, but there's no like 100% confirmation this is why he's done it. So yeah, reason number 8, the CGI ending. Here, I don't think it's as bad as some people make it to be, but you know, it's not good either. It doesn't take you out of the moment, but you know, it's a very sad scene. I feel like it would almost have been better done with like, you know, the shot before we cut to the back of Jax. You know the shot where it shows you like for the cab or the truck looking at Jax. I think if it just went from that to like a big, like, you know, crash noise, and then it cut to his blood going to the bread, the rock, you know, the wine and the bread analogy. So I think that would have been good. But yeah, the CGI ending, especially for like the last couple of shots of the show, I would have expected. You would expect a wee bit more. Reason number 9, I've seen this, a lot of people bashing this. Too many hugs and kisses for an MC. You know, like, oh, these are supposed to be manly men, but you have, you know, I think what you got to bear in mind, do MCs do this in real life? I don't know, because I'm not in an MC and I don't follow MCs in real life, right? But there is like a certain element of brotherhood, and a lot of them would care about each other. You know what I mean? And when people betray them, they rightfully get pissed, and you know they lose that love for them. I don't think there was too much, but I can see people's point. But you know, you look at like a show like The Sopranos, like how many times do they hug and kiss each other? Well, but that's the way the Italians greet each other. But then look, when people would die, half the people wouldn't give a fuck. I mean, they're all money orientated. At least in Sons, you surely felt like characters cared for each other. And the final reason, Clay Morrow probably lasted a season too long. I mean, how do you kill him in season 5? I don't know. I mean, there's probably a case for Clay to die in season 4. But I like the fact they kept him alive with the Rico case and the cartel. We're like, no, we need that deal to happen, son, so you can't kill Clay. And here, I like Clay's involvement in season 6 being in jail and the prison break and things like that, but people have argued this, so I'll argue it here. I can understand it. Anyway, folks, that's 10 reasons why Sons of Anarchy is overrated. What do you think? Personally, I love it. I don't think it's overrated. I would say it's criminally underrated, but that's just me. Till next time, peace.